Who were your favorite players for the Cardinals growing up?
Definitely Albert Pujols, because he kind of was their best player and had a lot of home runs, and he was a big part of their team. And so definitely him, and actually Molina, who's still a part of the Cardinals.
Oh, the back catcher?
Yeah.
He's the best. Is that what you call them, back catchers?
Just the catcher.
Oh, sorry. That was poser baseball talk. Well, folks, it's another edition of Road Trippin with Biz, and I am uber excited about this one. It's going to be our first rookie. Welcome to Road Trippin with Biz, Clayton Keller. Clayton, always great meeting my fans. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
That's all you got?
For now, yeah.
Well, Clayton, of course, born in St. Louis, played all your youth hockey here. Keith Tkachuk played there. He coached you growing up. Of course, guys like Cam Jansen taught you how to play. Talk about how they helped you hone your skills in the area of St. Louis growing up.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Keith Tkachuk, Jeff Brown, both coached me growing up, and they were always real hard on us, and they kind of taught us how to play the right way. And I think I have to give a lot of credit to those guys for helping all of us St. Louis guys get to where we're at today.
I was informed that you not only played baseball growing up, you're a scratch golfer now, and even played basketball too.
Yeah, I think me and my dad always played golf in the summers. So yeah, I think that was fun to do growing up. And like you said, basketball, yeah, I played in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And I always just liked basketball. My dad played. He grew up playing basketball, and that's what he loved. And so I kind of just got in it from him. And I like LeBron and motivated guys like him, and to see where he came from and how successful he is now with all the work that he put in.
Well, yeah, I see you on Twitter jock sniffing LeBron quite a bit, so obviously I knew that you were a big fan. I've been getting a lot of complaints from the other young guys you've been hanging around with about your golf game. You've been sandbagging them on the golf course, and a few of them actually had to lend some money off me because they couldn't. They had to pay you back their debts.
Yeah, I mean, none of the guys will really play me for money unless I give them like 6 strokes, but that's unrealistic, so I kind of just have to play with...
You are a sandbagger. Well, listen, we're going to move on. Of course, we're at your old stomping grounds here where you watched the St. Louis Cardinals clinch one of the World Series, not a big deal. And we're going to go pick your brain on some other stuff. Were you aware that I played for the under-18 Team Canada where we won the gold medal in Yaroslav, Russia?
I was not, but since you told me... No,
maybe you should start doing your homework before these interviews.
Yeah, maybe. What was your role on the team?
I was a shutdown defenseman back then.
Nice.
I'm just very versatile. I'm like a chameleon.
Yeah.
I always adapt to my environment, whatever they need me. Team guy, team first. Guys, back outside Busch Stadium, we got a better view of the inside at Clayton Keller's humble brag seats, the green seats as he calls them.
Yeah, they're called the green seats.
And you don't pay for anything when you sit in them.
Free food and free soda.
Oh, you held something back there. Let's fast forward a little bit. 2017, I actually took your Team USA jersey and made it into this nice button-up. As you guys can see, that's why I wore it today. And you got to play with Christian Fischer, who of course you're familiar with now because he's on the team. Not a big deal. And Austin Matthews, name drop.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, it was awesome playing at the U.S. program. I mean, it's the top 40 kids in America, and you're all trying to play for your country, and it was an awesome experience. I mean, I got my first year I got to play with Fish and Austin and Matthew and all those other St. Louis guys that were on the under-18s at the end of the year, and I was actually able to win a gold medal with their team in Switzerland, so that was a really cool experience. And I kind of always knew Fish growing up. We always played against each other. I played on the Blues, he played on the Chicago Mission, so we were pretty familiar with each other and kind of always kept in touch. And so it was pretty cool to have a relationship like that. And now he's on my team, so it's pretty cool.
Something I didn't know was actually Clayton Keller won an under-18 gold medal. So did I, back in 2003, I think it was. Not a big deal. And you also won a World Junior gold medal, double dipping.
Yeah, I think it's pretty special. I think to be with that 97 group, they accomplished a lot. I mean, they won the U17, U18, and U20, and only like 2 teams have ever done that. So that's pretty special for a couple of those guys that were able to be a part of that.
We're going to move on here. We're going to go to that time traveling machine that they have here in St. Louis. I don't know, somebody they call it the Arches.
Yeah, the Arch.
The Arch.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the Golden Arches.
Oh.
That's what I used to eat for pregame.
What's the Golden Arches?
McDonald's.
Okay. Sorry.
Are they one of our sponsors? If not, send a check in the mail. Hey guys, we're here at the Arch. Extremely underwhelmed here. It looks way bigger in pictures.
Yeah, it looks a little bit bigger than this. I didn't think that you could touch it.
When did they paint it?
I think this year, actually. They're expecting the Cardinals to have a big year, so I think they painted it for them.
Well, I mean, they said there was an elevator at the bottom. I just really not seen it unless we're at the wrong entrance or... Anyway, back to the interview. I'm still a little disappointed about how this turned out, but you live with Christian Fisher. Who runs the show in the household?
I'd say he does all the little stuff, like he takes out the garbage, he does the dishwasher. I don't really do any of that stuff, so he kind of just takes care of that for me, and I never really make a mess. I have some ADHD, and I like everything to be clean and
organized.
Organized, yeah.
So he does most of the dirtying up, but he also cleans a lot.
Yeah, I think we have a maid that comes every Monday.
You think or you know?
I know. Well, whenever we want, when the house gets a little messy or whenever we're gone, we'll come by.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Well, that's nice. Typically, young guys aren't big in the kitchen. Do you do any cooking?
No, me and Fish, we're not too big on that. We kind of pretty much just go out to eat every single night. I think if one of our families are in town, they'll help us cook a meal or whatever, but we usually just go somewhere in Scottsdale for dinner.
Sounds like you need a girlfriend.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Yeah, rumor has it that that wasn't the Arch. We're still kind of searching for it, but on our way to look for it, we stopped by the Scotts Trade Center, where you guys had season tickets growing up.
Yeah, I had season tickets behind the Blues goal, 4 rows up, kind of right over there. And when I was real young, I'd always used to come to the games with my dad and grandpa, and I kind of sat on my dad's lap, and just so I could see over the person in front of me. And
to save money on tickets.
Yeah, well, we had 2 seats regardless, so just so I could kind of see the ice better.
Well, that's a wise move, and of course you grew up idolizing St. Louis Blues legends like Tyson Nash and Cam Jansen, Al McInnes, and of course we didn't really touch on your favorite player growing up, Keith Tkachuk, Coyotes legend. Yet he ends up having 16 kids, and one of them you end up playing with. He gets drafted 6th overall to Calgary. You go 7th overall. It's like the stars aligned.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how we kind of went back to back in the draft, and I grew up playing with them, and I'm still really good friends with them today. So I think it's pretty cool how we ended up here.
It's funny how life brings you back around. It's like full circle.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You know. Well, we're gonna keep looking for that Arch, because apparently that wasn't the one. I mean, I thought maybe you would know because you're from here. And, I mean, maybe if you figured it out.
Yeah, I think I'll be able to find it maybe on Google Maps or something.
Okay, well, let's check it out. Let's go.
All right, awesome.
Guys, I feel really stupid. That was not the Arch back there. This is the Arch, and they didn't paint it. So I just want to apologize for that.
Yeah, it's all right. I understand.
Changing gears, growing up here, rumor has it you idolize guys like Sidney Crosby and of course Patrick Kane, and actually even had fat heads in your basement of them.
Yeah, I had when I was pretty young, my dad got me like 5 fat heads. I kind of had like a small rink in the basement, and I think it was Malkin, Crosby, Kane, Ovechkin, and Datsuk. And then
mine must have been sold out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I think yours was sold out, actually. And then I had 2 goalies. One was Mika Kiprusoff, and I can't remember the other one, but they were kind of behind the nets.
Wow. Very, very cool. And of course, you've been very vocal about how you used to idolize Patrick Kane more so than any of them, and kind of emulated your game a little bit after him. And, what was that like playing against him for the first time this year?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, like you said, I really watched him growing up just because he was a bit of a smaller guy, and so was I. And it was good to see him have so much success being at his size, and I think that just shows you that it's not all about size, and if you work hard and you have hockey IQ and you can use your skills, then it doesn't matter really what size you are.
Well, listen, Clayton, I really want to thank you for doing this, and we appreciate it, and it's always great chatting to you, and as a Coyotes fan, I'm appreciative of what you've done for the team so far this year, and I hope you can keep going and keep up with that Calder race.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Biz.
Anytime. Always great meeting my fans.